In this tutorial, we will demonstrate how to modify and add new maps to IBM SPSS Statistics. Our goal will be to create a map with sales regions using a loaded map of the world. The program includes a pre-installed map package that you can use to create visualizations. However, when you want to add a completely new map from an external source or modify a map already installed in the program, you need to use the map conversion tool discussed in this presentation. Importing new maps into IBM SPSS Statistics follows the same steps in the wizard as modifying them. Let's import a new map. To do this, from the Utilities menu, select Map Conversion Utility. In the first step of the wizard, you need to specify the location of the map files you want to import or modify, and then indicate the file name and location where the modified map should be saved. The program allows you to load maps saved as shapefile files with the SHP extension, as well as files with the SMZ extension used by IBM SPSS Statistics. By default, all maps imported into the program are located in the following folder. First, select the file World Regions SMZ for conversion, which we will modify in the following steps of the wizard. Click the Browse button and indicate the location of the map file. If you were loading a new map in shapefile format, remember that there should be a DBF file with the same name in the same folder. This allows reading the labels of individual objects, for example, names of administrative units. Using SMZ files, as in our example, all the information is already stored in it. In this step, you also need to specify the path for the newly created file. Using the Browse button, select the desktop as the location and name the file Regions. Leave the Import to Template Chooser checkbox checked. Click Save, and then Next to proceed to the next step of the wizard. In this step, our task is to specify the so-called map key. This is a variable that will later allow us to connect individual values in the dataset with the objects on the map. A map imported into IBM SPSS Statistics may have more than one key, but one must always be indicated as the primary key. Our map has several keys: region containing numerical symbols of individual countries with English labels, and 11 keys for different languages, which contains the appropriate labels of the countries. Currently, only the primary key is selected, but we can check the box next to, for example, German and Spanish versions in the alternative keys, so they are not removed from the newly created map. Since maps used for data visualization generally do not need the level of detail provided by geographic information systems, we can also set the option to automatically smooth the map at this point. After ensuring this option is checked, proceed further. In the third step of the wizard, you can choose options to change the shape of the map from the list on the left side. The first option on the list is Map Smoothing, which allows you to further simplify the map's contours with the possibility of specifying the size of individual parameters. Other options allow you to remove selected map elements, set the appropriate projection, or edit labels of individual map elements. The option we will use is the ability to merge objects. Since we are trying to create a map of sales regions, we now need to merge individual countries into wider regions. We will pick only those countries in which we are present. Hold down the Control key and select the following countries from the list on the right: Austria, Belgium, Croatia, France, Germany, Italy, Poland, and Spain, and click Merge. Now we need to name the new region. Let's call it Europe. Since the map file contains 3 keys, we need to enter the name for each of them. Create another region for countries in North America. We must pick Canada and USA. You can do it also by holding down the Control key and selecting the countries on the map. Let's call the region North America. Since our company also operates in China, Taiwan, India, and Japan, select these 4 countries and name them Asia. You can see that a lot of countries remain on the map where our company does not operate. By going to the Remove Components tab, we can remove the countries that are not of interest. By clicking Ctrl and A, select all features and unclick newly created regions that are meant to be kept, and click Delete. The last thing to note in this step of the map conversion wizard is the map projection issue. If the type of projection of the Earth's curvature onto a plane does not meet our goals, we can change it by going to the Set Projection position and selecting the appropriate projection type from the drop-down menu. This is particularly useful when loading new maps into IBM SPSS Statistics. Let's switch the projection type to local. At this point, we have a map of 3 regions: Europe, North America, and Asia. When creating the map, pay attention to the placement of labels. Select the Show Labels on Map option and go to the Edit Component Labels tab. Label placement is important when creating visualizations on maps with overlaid charts, for example pie, line, or bar charts, because the overlaid objects will be placed where the labels are located. Sometimes, to improve the aesthetics of the graphic being built, you need to modify the label positions. Click on the label Europe and move it more toward the center of the region. At this point, everything is set. So, click Next. In the final step of the wizard, we get a preview of the modified or imported map. We also have the option to enter a comment for the map, which will be displayed in the list of available maps in the program. Enter the comment, Sales Regions. Additionally, we can export the map's primary key to a text file, which can be used when preparing datasets to be presented on the map. This option is also available after importing the map. Click Finish. The map has now been modified and can be used to create visualizations.